I used to think my cycle was just this annoying thing that I had to deal with once a month until I realized my cycle was actually a blueprint for how my body and energy work. Once I started syncing my life, my workouts, my work schedule, and even my self-care with my cycle, everything changed. I had more energy, clearer skin, better moods, and I actually started feeling in control of my body again. So in today's video, I'm going to break down what cycle syncing really is, how I do it, and how you can use it to become the most aligned, energized version of yourself. So I'm going to break this video up into 3 parts: what cycle syncing is, my personal experience with cycle syncing, and how you can start cycle syncing. Okay, so let's start with the basics. What exactly is cycle syncing? It's basically aligning your lifestyle, your workouts, your nutrition, and even your productivity with the 4 phases of your menstrual cycle. So here's the breakdown. The first phase is your menstrual phase. And in this phase, you're literally doing just that. You're menstruating. Menstruation happens when the egg from your previous cycle isn't fertilized. And as a result, the lining of your uterus is shed as blood, which causes your period. So during this phase, a lot of women experience fatigue, drowsiness, and just general sluggishness, which does make a lot of sense because your body is literally shedding and resetting. The next phase is your follicular phase. The follicular phase overlaps with the menstrual phase and ends when you begin ovulating. It generally lasts between 10 to 14 days. During this phase, your uterine lining thickens, and the follicles inside of your ovaries grow and develop. Eventually, one of these follicles is going to produce a mature egg, which will lead to ovulation. During this phase, your energy starts rising again. You're feeling more motivated, social, and creative. The next phase is your ovulatory phase, and in this phase, the mature egg is released from your ovary. This is the point in your cycle where you can become pregnant, and the window for conception is usually about 24 hours. When you're ovulating, there's a spike in hormones which may boost mood. This is the time when your energy peaks. You're confident, magnetic, and you're here to shine. And the final phase is the luteal phase. In the luteal phase, the mature egg moves through the fallopian tubes to the uterus. If it becomes fertilized, it may attach to the uterine lining and pregnancy begins. If it doesn't become fertilized, then estrogen and progesterone levels will drop, and the cycle will start over from the beginning with menstruation. In this phase, your body starts preparing to rest again. So you may notice that you crave alone time, slower days, and more comfort. So as you can see, ladies, our hormones are not the same every day. Unlike men, we are not meant to run on a 24-hour cycle. We run on a 28-day rhythm. When I learned that, my mind was blown. And I was like, wait, no wonder I felt off some weeks. Like it finally began to click for me. And then I stopped trying to force myself to be on all the time. And I started working with my cycle instead of against it. So let me tell you how this actually played out for me, because when I first heard about cycle syncing, I was like, oh, this sounds cute, but unrealistic. Like, how am I supposed to rearrange my entire life around my period? That's crazy. But then I was like, wait, is it crazy or is it genius? So I decided to try it out and start small. I began tracking my cycle with an app, and I started noting how I felt each day. And what do you know? Patterns started showing up. During my follicular phase, I noticed that I wanted to brainstorm more. I wanted to create more and film more content. My ovulation phase, baby, I am literally glowing. I'm confident on camera. My social battery is full and my energy is magnetic. But when that luteal phase hits, baby, it is the trenches. Girl, I am on the flow. And I used to beat myself up for feeling tired and unmotivated. But now I know it's just my hormones shifting, and I honor that. I take things slower. I do back-end work. I organize. I clean. I do more journaling and self-care. And now when my menstrual phase shows up, I don't push myself hard. I used to try to thug it out, but now I rest. I nourish, I plan, I let myself reset. And honestly, since doing that, my productivity has increased, not decreased. I get more done because I'm not constantly fighting my body. So if you're new to this and you're thinking, all of this sounds good, but how do I start? Here's exactly what you do. The first thing you're gonna do is you're going to track your cycle. You can do this in your calendar, but I highly recommend downloading an app like Flow or Clue, because the app will do the calculation of where you are in your cycle for you. Start noting your energy, your mood, and your focus each day. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to adjust your workouts, or whatever way you get your exercise in. During your menstrual cycle, it's a great time to do yoga, stretch, and rest. Some women find that working out during their menstrual cycle helps them relieve cramps, while others are just not up to working out during that week. So listen to your body and make your best judgment, but do understand that your body is going through a lot during that phase. So regardless, you want to be getting as much rest as possible. In your follicular phase, your energy does start to come back. So this is a good time to start doing light cardio or trying new routines. Your ovulatory phase is when you have the most energy, so you want to get the most done at this time. This is a great time for strength training and high intensity workouts. And in your luteal phase, where you're projecting progesterone and estrogen begin to decline, you're going to notice that your energy begins to decline as well. So this is a good time for low-impact workouts, for Pilates, and for taking walks. Plan your work around your energy. Use follicular and ovulation weeks for content creation, meetings, and filming. Use luteal and menstrual weeks for admin, reflection, and creativity. And be sure to eat in sync. During the different phases of your cycle, your body needs different foods. During your menstrual and follicular phases, it's very important that you eat iron-rich foods because you're losing so much blood, so we want to replenish the iron in your body. During the ovulatory phase, you want to take a B-complex vitamin if you're trying to become pregnant. The B-complex vitamin is going to help reduce the risk of certain brain and neurological issues in early pregnancy. And even if you're not trying to become pregnant, it's still a good idea to eat foods that are rich in iron and folic acid. And in your luteal phase, progesterone can cause your intestines to slow down. So during this time, you want to incorporate as much fiber as possible into your diet, and also anti-inflammatory foods. It can also be a good idea to focus on whole, warming foods during your menstrual and luteal phases, and lighter, fresher foods during your follicular and ovulatory phases. And if that sounds like a lot of information, I don't want you to panic, because it's not about being perfect. It's about being aware. Awareness alone is empowering. And if you make even the smallest tweaks or take just bits and pieces of the information I've provided you in this video, you're going to see so much improvement in so many areas of your life. Once I started syncing my life with my cycle, I became more intuitive with my body. My skin cleared up, my energy stopped crashing, and I started feeling more feminine, connected, and confident. Cycle syncing taught me that being a woman is not something to manage, it's something to master. And that's when you truly step into your highest self. If this resonated with you, I want you to start tracking your cycle this month and start seeing what patterns come up. Comment below which phase you think you're in right now and how you feel. I'd love to hear. And if you want me to do a full video on what to eat and how to plan your week for each phase, let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with another woman that needs to hear this. Because once you start working with your body, everything starts aligning. Cycle syncing is one way to become your highest self. But as women that are constantly evolving, there's more work to be done. Watch this video to learn what you should improve next. Okay, my loves, until next time, take good care of yourselves. Bye.